When everything crumbles, some people rebuild, others run. For Kody and Robyn Brown, the fallout from their fractured sister-wives family has become impossible to ignore. As the emotional wounds deepen and the bonds that once held the polygamous clan together continue to unravel, the pair has made a move that no one saw coming. Fans are left reeling as the once proud patriarch and his remaining wife take a drastic step to distance themselves from the chaos, both literally and emotionally. What pushed them to this breaking point? And what does this mean for the Brown family's future? The desert air in Flagstaff, Utah has always carried a sense of mystery for the Brown family, but recently it's grown heavier, thick with silence, tension, and the kind of heartbreak that lingers long after the cameras stop rolling. Kody Brown, once the confident and commanding figure at the center of TLC's Sister Wives, now finds himself standing on uncertain ground. His plural marriage dream, the one that captivated millions of viewers for over a decade, has splintered beyond recognition. With Christine, Janelle, and Mary gone, Kody's once vibrant household is now reduced to one, Robyn. And now, whispers across social media suggest that the couple has made a dramatic, emotional move that signals the end of one chapter and the painful beginning of another. Kody and Robyn's relationship has long been viewed as the cornerstone of what remained of the Brown family, but even that cornerstone has begun to crack. Insiders close to the family say that months of emotional exhaustion, public criticism, and private guilt have taken a toll on both of them. Kody is not the same man he used to be, one source confided, adding that the family's breakup has hollowed him out. For Robyn, the woman once portrayed as the glue that held everything together, the pressure of being both a supportive wife and the face of the controversy has become unbearable. Together, the pair decided to do something radical, to leave behind the house that had become a symbol of their isolation and start over somewhere far more private. The move, according to reports, was not just about location, it was about survival. Kody, who once dreamed of building one large family compound where all his wives and children could coexist, now finds himself retreating into a world where only he and Robyn exist. Neighbors in Flagstaff have noticed the sudden quiet around their once bustling home, sparking speculation that the couple quietly relocated to a smaller, more secluded property on the outskirts of town. For fans, the realization that the family patriarch is now effectively living a monogamous life, something he once said went against his spiritual calling, feels like the final nail in the coffin of the sister wives' dream. On social media, fans are torn. Some express sympathy, seeing two people trying desperately to protect their peace amid chaos. Others see irony, that the woman who was once accused of being the favorite is now the only one left, yet appears more trapped than triumphant. Robyn's recent appearances on the show reveal a woman haunted by guilt. She speaks softly about wanting to repair relationships with Kody's other wives, but admits that the emotional distance between them feels unbridgeable. "I just want peace," she said through tears in one episode, a plea that resonated with viewers who have watched her transition from the confident newcomer to a deeply isolated figure. Kody, meanwhile, has struggled publicly with his own sense of loss. His recent confessions in the Sister Wives Tell All special painted a picture of a man wrestling with regret. "I thought I was doing the right thing," he said, referring to his strict approach to leadership and faith within the family. But with each wife who walked away, the control he once wielded slipped further from his grasp. Now, sources say, his focus has shifted entirely to preserving what's left, his relationship with Robyn and their 5 children. He wants to protect what he has left, a close friend revealed, even if that means cutting ties with everything and everyone else. But it's not just emotional pain driving their move, it's financial strain too. With 3 wives gone and the family brand fractured, Kody's once lucrative reality TV income has reportedly taken a serious hit. TLC insiders say that producers have struggled to reimagine the show without the multi-wife dynamic that made it a phenomenon. Robyn and Kody's storyline has become quieter, more introspective, and some say less marketable. The couple's decision to move could signal an attempt to reinvent their narrative before the cameras start rolling again for another season. They need a reset, one network source explained. If the show is going to continue, it has to show a transformation. And this move might be the start of that story.
In the broader context, the emotional move also represents a deeper philosophical shift for Kody Brown. For years, he preached unity, faith, and family as the pillars of his life. Now, he's embracing solitude. Those close to him say he spends long hours reflecting, journaling, and even attending counseling sessions to process the loss of his dream. Robyn, ever the protector, has reportedly taken on a nurturing role, encouraging him to focus on healing rather than rebuilding. Friends say the two spend more time than ever indoors, avoiding the public eye and focusing on their children's stability. They're trying to find normal, one friend shared. After everything they've been through, that's all they want, some kind of normal. But can Kody Brown ever really have normal? His face has become synonymous with polygamy in America, his name forever tied to a reality TV empire built on the premise of sharing love among multiple women. As viewers continue to debate whether he was ever truly fair to his wives, the move with Robyn feels almost symbolic. A retreat from a life lived in full view of the world. For Robyn, who often bore the brunt of fans' anger, the chance to step back might be a relief. Her children, especially the younger ones, are said to be happier with a quieter lifestyle away from the spotlight. But for Kody, the adjustment is far more complicated. The man who once commanded a household of 23 now finds his evenings defined by silence. The move also comes amid growing speculation that TLC may pivot the sister wives narrative entirely. Some believe the network will focus future episodes on the individual lives of the ex-wives, Christine's remarriage, Janelle's newfound independence, Mary's business ventures, while Kody and Robyn's storyline will become a kind of emotional epilogue. They've become the cautionary tale, one longtime fan posted online. The dream they built is gone, and all that's left is the aftermath. Still, others hold out hope that this new phase could bring redemption. Perhaps, they say, distance from the family will allow Kody and Robyn to finally rebuild on healthier terms. Christine Brown, now happily remarried to David Willey, recently hinted in an interview that she wishes Kody heals and finds peace. Janelle, too, while maintaining her independence, has expressed that she doesn't harbor hatred toward Kody, just exhaustion. The family fracture has been painful for everyone, but none more visibly than Kody and Robyn, who remain surrounded by the ghosts of what once was. It's like living in a museum of heartbreak, a source said of their old Flagstaff home. Every room had a memory, and not all of them were good. The decision to move, then, might not just be about privacy or reinvention. It might be about survival. As fans speculate about their destination, some believe they've headed toward Utah, others whisper about a move to northern Arizona. What's clear is that this new chapter will test Kody and Robyn's relationship in unprecedented ways. Away from the cameras, away from the public eye, and away from the constant comparisons to the past, they'll have to confront the real question that has always haunted their marriage. Was their union built on love, or simply the remnants of a broken dream? For now, the couple remains silent, letting the rumors swirl. But those who have followed their journey for years know that silence, in the world of the Browns, often speaks louder than words. Whether this emotional move marks the end of the Sister Wives era or the beginning of a deeply personal redemption story, one thing is certain: nothing about Kody and Robyn's life will ever be the same again. And as the sun sets over the Arizona desert, fans can't help but wonder, did Kody and Robyn finally find peace, or did they just run from the storm that was waiting inside their own home? Whatever the truth may be, the Sister Wives world has changed forever, and the Brown family's emotional move will go down as one of the most defining, heartbreaking moments in their long, tangled history. For years, the Brown family of TLC's hit show Sister Wives captured the imagination of millions who were both fascinated and bewildered by their unconventional lifestyle. At the center of it all was Kody Brown, the confident and charismatic patriarch who believed that his plural marriage was not only divinely inspired, but also a living example of family unity and spiritual devotion. Surrounded by four women, Mary, Janelle, Christine, and Robyn, Kody built a life that many viewers perceived as both extraordinary and fragile. It was a house built on faith, love, and ambition. But like all houses with too many foundations, cracks eventually formed. And now, those cracks have turned into a devastating fracture that can no longer be repaired. After years of tension, heartbreak, and loss, Kody and Robyn Brown have made a move so drastic and emotional that fans are calling it the true end of the sister wives' dream. It is difficult to overstate what this moment means for the once sprawling Brown family. When the show began in 2010, it offered audiences a rare window into the world of plural marriage, a lifestyle often shrouded in secrecy. The Browns were pioneers, attempting to redefine how America viewed polygamy. They moved from Utah to Nevada and later to Arizona, each time promising that the next move would bring them closer to their shared dream of building one large home for all the wives and children. But as the years passed, that dream began to crumble under the weight of jealousy, financial strain, and emotional exhaustion. Christine was the first to walk away, choosing self-respect and independence over continued heartbreak. Then came Janelle, tired of Kody's controlling ways and emotional distance. Finally, Mary, the first wife, the one who once stood by him through it all, decided to stop waiting for love that would never return. And so, Kody was left with one wife, Robyn, the woman he once described as his soulmate. In the aftermath of the departures, fans hoped that Kody and Robyn would finally find peace together. After all, they had long seemed inseparable, often accused by the other wives of sharing a deeper, more exclusive connection. But what outsiders failed to see was that this connection, once the source of Kody's pride, had also become a prison. The dream of a united family was gone, leaving Kody and Robyn to live among the ruins. The Flagstaff home that once symbolized their unity became a hollow monument to what was lost. Each room echoed with memories of family gatherings, laughter, and the chaos of children running between households. Now those echoes have faded into an eerie silence. According to close sources, the couple's emotional move away from Flagstaff was not a spontaneous decision, but one that had been building for months. Friends of the family say that Kody grew increasingly withdrawn after the separation from his other wives. His frustration, once loud and explosive, became quiet and internal. He stopped attending family events and avoided public appearances except when necessary for filming. Robyn, always the emotional anchor, tried to hold things together, but the strain of being the last remaining wife took a toll on her spirit. For years, she had been painted as the favorite, the one who destroyed the sisterhood. But behind the scenes, she was just as broken as the rest. When the couple finally decided to move, it wasn't about luxury or image. It was about escaping a place that had become too painful to live in. The sprawling Flagstaff property was a daily reminder of everything that had gone wrong. The family's dream of building one large home where everyone could live together was buried there, along with years of resentment and unspoken pain. Moving away was, in a sense, an attempt to start over, a symbolic shedding of the old life that had consumed them both. Insiders claim that Kody and Robyn packed up quietly, avoiding the media frenzy that usually follows their every move. Their destination remains unclear, though many believe they relocated to a smaller, more secluded home somewhere in northern Arizona. Others whisper that they may have gone further north, seeking a place where their faces would not draw so many stares. Whatever their destination, one thing is certain. This move represents the final death of the dream that once defined sister wives. Kody's emotional transformation since the breakdown of his marriages has been stark. The man who once proudly spoke of leadership and divine purpose now seems to be searching for redemption. In the last season, viewers saw glimpses of a man haunted by regret. He spoke about his failures as a husband, his inability to balance affection equally, and his tendency to control rather than nurture. But despite those moments of vulnerability, he could not undo the damage that had been done. Christine found happiness with her new husband, David Woolley, embracing a love that was free of conditions. Janelle focused on her independence and the joy of self-sufficiency, while Mary threw herself into her business ventures and self-discovery. Kody, meanwhile, retreated into his relationship with Robyn, his last remaining link to the world he once built. But even within that relationship, cracks began to show.
Viewers noted that Robyn appeared increasingly somber in recent episodes. Her once radiant smile seemed dimmed, replaced by an expression of quiet sorrow. During one emotional scene, she tearfully admitted that the family's breakup had destroyed her faith in the ideal of plural marriage. She confessed, "I didn't sign up for monogamy. I signed up for sisterhood, for family, for love that was shared and multiplied. And now I'm alone." Her words resonated deeply with fans who had long accused her of being the cause of the family's disintegration. For the first time, many began to see her as another victim of a dream that was doomed from the start.
When Kody Brown walked onto the set of Special Forces World's Toughest Test, he wasn't just stepping into another reality TV show. He was stepping into a battlefield of endurance, honesty, and humiliation that would strip away every illusion of control he had left. The Sister Wives patriarch, who spent years projecting power and authority over his sprawling plural family, entered the challenge hoping to rewrite his story. But instead of redemption, what he got was a full-scale verbal takedown that left fans, contestants, and even the instructors in disbelief. What was supposed to be a journey of self-discovery quickly turned into one of the most savage reality TV roasts ever broadcast, with Kody at the center of a storm he never saw coming. The beginning of Kody's Special Forces journey started with confidence that bordered on arrogance. Wearing his trademark smirk and speaking about leadership and family values, he strutted into the camp like a man who thought he could outlast anyone. But while other contestants were nervous about the cold, the mud, and the pain, Kody seemed more concerned about being misunderstood. From the moment the cameras started rolling, he began explaining his philosophies on life, love, and spiritual unity, but his fellow castmates were not impressed. To them, he sounded less like a leader and more like a self-appointed preacher desperate for validation. Within hours, the tone was set. The instructors barked orders. The contestants sweated under impossible conditions, and Kody, rather than blending in, became a lightning rod for irritation. One castmate later revealed that Kody constantly tried to coach people through tasks, offering advice no one had asked for. "He acted like he was in charge of us," one insider said. "But this isn't Sister Wives. There are no wives to boss around here." The cast didn't take long to turn on him, and what followed was a slow-motion implosion of Kody's ego that would stretch across multiple episodes. In one memorable scene, the recruits were forced to crawl through freezing mud under barbed wire. The challenge demanded teamwork and silence, but Kody couldn't resist talking. As he shouted directions and encouraged others to follow his lead, his teammates started to lose patience. One muttered under their breath, "Does he ever shut up?" Another snapped openly, telling him, "You're not in charge here." That moment became an instant fan favorite, replayed countless times on social media as fans gleefully celebrated watching the once unquestioned family patriarch being put in his place. What made Kody's situation even worse was that he didn't understand how bad things were getting. While he believed he was displaying leadership qualities,